How we doing? Welcome to Boots Wargaming. So, right now, working on my project for the Guard. I'm going to do, the plan is to do it all as a giant company, or a giant regiment with all the different companies. One of the companies I want to do, you might have seen me before, name's Logan, but Boots Wargaming, I'm Boots. I used to work a lot with Duncan's Band of Brothers with the board there where we did everything for Easy Company from the D-Day landings. So I've taken some U.S. Airborne bodies from Warlord Games and heads and guns from Wargames Atlantic. I love the Wargames Atlantic kits. And I've kind of been working on there. They got the camo, but then they got black helmets for the yellow stripe to work there. And they're going to be my airborne units, so kind of like Easlians. But one thing with those is, because they'd be dropping, just getting the heavy weapons in. The UROC kit, which is what I've used a lot of the pieces from Wargames Atlantic, has these awesome big guns that you could do like a plasma gun, or I'm going to use them as my bolters, even though it's not a chain. So we're going to take these, using bodies from the Warlord Games, U.S. Airborne, some of the other body for the pose are from the cannon fodder kit from Wargames Atlantic, and the guns and heads will be from the UROC kit, and then some other bits I find around, maybe even some official Warhammer pieces, some random little resin crates and things to help stack the guns on, and go from there. So for the first one, it's got them like that. So that will look good sitting on the base, kind of like so. Next one here, we will just put a little dab of glue on his shoulder. We'll make this one hold the next gun. Haven't glued anything down on the bases yet, because what I'm trying to do is get these guns where they will sit nice on a box. So I'm using all my different stuff there. And I will get some of these glued up and get all the people put together for them, and then I'll show you the next steps then. Awesome. And we're back. So, got all the models placed on with their little boxes now. Next up, just let that glue dry for a little bit, and then we will do some priming, and then we'll work on the bases. Like I said, these are supposed to be airborne, but I'm trying to think, like, because I have the cool blue camo, I'm trying to think of something interesting to do for the base for them. Haven't quite figured that part out yet. And I have put some bricks on the bases and have primed these up. So now we will get ready for paint time. One of these days I'll get a nice little setup and learn how to do some time-lapse videos so you guys can watch me paint. But figured go through what we're going to use. So I've been using this Sahara yellow from AK for the yellow on the helmets and on their sides. Some flesh tone. This is one of our metal options with the Grey Knight Steel. I like how it's a bluish tint. And then you got some good old lead belcher for all the other metal there. Fog gray, snow blue, and the dark sea blue. That is what goes on top for our camo pattern. And a little bit of the black will be on the camo pattern also, but this will also be the helmets and boots. Pouches and things we will be either doing in Sand Golem or Skeleton Horde, so speed or contrast for that. I do like my speed and contrasts. I've been doing a lot of the bases for their suits in the Fang. I'm going to try some Runic Gray to see how it turns out. If it doesn't work, I will then go back to that. And then back here we just have some Sterling Mud, because that will go on the base afterwards. And then I'll probably use Slaughter Red or something with a little bit of orange mixed together to do the bricks. And then I will put some grass on top with some like little burn marks and stuff, and they'll be done. So show you how they're turning out here in a little bit. We'll keep on with this project. And now we have the tabletop ready final product. Nothing super fancy. I have this awesome bag of bricks. So sprinkle some of those on the base, put a little bit of grass with the sterling mud. So I'm going to do it kind of like they're fighting through a brick building city. And that's where they've dropped into. So there's one. And there's team 2. And team 3. So that was just a quick little conversions. I'll be doing more as we go on, but like I said, these ones were essentially all just pieces from War Games Atlantic, from their Ura kit, and some of their cannon fodder, and the Airborne, US Airborne from Warlord Games. So have a quick look at those, and I'm working on their Castellan right now. The next one, this is from the Marvel Zombies game, but I think he'll make a good Castellan, so working him up. And we'll have some more projects coming up.